every morning you've got to decide which war you're going to fight. And you know what? That makes you a true leader. Rough and tough. This city is New York in the making. America is the greatest economy in the world. And when you are the greatest, there's a reason for you to be great, because you're good. You have to measure people's greatness by their success. A leader who doesn't learn from his mistakes, I think, is a bad leader. I have, with His Highness, probably I got in trouble a few times behaving like that, where I just went and, ripped the ground and just pulled this building up, and he comes and he said, "Why?" I said, "Oh, it's done." I mean, recently I took a stadium down. He smiles because he likes daring people. But as usual, the true leader, he smiles because he says, "Muhammad, you're one daring son of a gun." Everybody, please. I hope you enjoyed the conference. Yeah.
His Excellency Mohammed Ali Alabar leads a company responsible for much of the transformation of Dubai.
Mark, Robert told you that I'm not happy about District 4 and 7. I think it's ugly. All of it. Especially District 7. No, the whole look of these buildings. Hala, keep the money. Okay, bye. No, just ugly.
Inside, outside, lobbies?
Everything. No, I don't. The outside these buildings look ugly. What is this concrete wall facing the Marina water? What is this thing?
It's a solid wall between
Why?
the two
What
bedrooms.
is that?
It's just basically, it was an architectural concept to put a more solid element on the
I
exterior.
don't know. I think it's the ugliest building I've ever seen in my life. I'm telling you the truth, guys. The whole thing is just ugly. So I sent a note to you. I said, "Congratulations, the ugliest development. Congratulations. It's ugly.
Then on the
I
villas,
don't want to see these panels. I don't care. Just take them down. As if somebody built without care. And I come from a little tent. Originally, I live in a tent. I can never help you. You guys also come from a good culture, but you get ruined by the bad. Anyway, let's go to happier things. So, What's the psychology like? People don't have taste. In general, in the world, people don't have good taste. Good taste is very rare. That's why, designers in the world are only few. Few Giorgio Armani, Few the names of Gucci and whatever the names are. And the same with interior designers and architects. And with a company like ours with different nationalities, taste is an issue. And we're young. We're a young company. We're 7 years old. So I'm very, very, very upset about mistakes in finishes.
Mr. Alabar is also in government. Appointed by the ruler Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, he's Director General of the Dubai Department of Economic Development.
The market is dancing today.
Everything's booming. I mean, the trade, you'll see the trade figures that 2003, last year, I haven't seen the final figures, but it's going to be somewhere between 30 and 35%. Again. These are figures you're not seeing anywhere else, really. Growth rate for last year, 16%.
It's staggering. Yeah. Staggering. That's why we have traffic jams. That's why airport cannot cope, because retail sale is about 45% up.
Yes.
And we just pray that God keep the environment safe for everybody, which is something that we're always very concerned about.
Well, it's something that we all have to face wherever we are in the world now, don't we?
Absolutely. I'm so sorry, the market is going crazy, so I'll have to... No, please, Excellency, please have a seat.
No, I need to slip off anyway and leave you in peace to deal with your other business.
لا قول له بس ما قول له please leave it alone please. الله يخليك. شكرا. Hello. I asked him to slow it down. Okay, thank you. Bye.
It's tough.
No, you've got Excellency, I'll say this way. Your Excellency, you've got small people in the market who don't understand it, and you've got the big guys who are moving the market up and down,
Yes.
and they benefit from the small ones. So I'm controlling the big guys, and I'm saying, slow down, slow down.
The ruling Maktoum family has masterminded the massive and rapid development of Dubai, taking it from feudal to world economy in just 30 years. Born into that very different Dubai, Mohammed has seen his own life change beyond recognition.
If I tell you how fast this interchange was built, you won't believe it. I think like 11 months or 9 months. It was just amazing. Truly amazing how fast things get done. And good quality work, huh? We come from a very basic environment. You know, barely the windows were there. Not much money in it. The quality of life was simple. But it was very cheerful times, really cheerful time. I even remember color and smell, yeah? And good people. Of course, we were living in basically in huts. It has really been a long time. These walls were here, these doors were here. But you see this alley, see how uneven it is? That's the way, you know, Muhammad built his house next to Abdullah's house. I live in a neighborhood where, you know, it's quite far away from wherever a sheikh lives. In my dreams, maybe. You know, it's something I hear of, like hearing of the king. You know, I mean, and I think if probably somebody told me, I was walking in the neighborhood and somebody told me that maybe a relative of the sheikh, not sure, but a relative of the sheikh, or someone working for the sheikh was walking by in that neighborhood, you would probably find me stuck with my back to the wall, you know, stop breathing that moment, my Lord. I think I remember that somebody was saying a guy who passed by was the driver of the sheikh. My God, it's like God had just came down. So it was great, a lot of greatness into the whole image, because they were the caretakers of the whole society. This is a very civilized road away from the traffic. So I live on the edge of the city in the desert. Every time this gate opens, I say, God, thank you for letting me in. Honestly, I say, God, I thank you for letting me in. I have a tiny golf course, which I don't like to tell people about, keeping it quiet. Chairman of Imar Properties, which is today's market cap about 20 billion US. The government of Dubai, which is my morning job. Cable business, banking. I'm chairman of the mortgage company Amlak. This is our little paradise. I'm very proud of my fashion company in Singapore, where we've got close to about 800 stores in that region. I'm involved also in a fruit and vegetable company, which distributes a lot of fruits and vegetables to all these 5-star hotels. Very difficult business as well.
Can you work out how much you are worth? Do you ever sit and think about it?
I'm not a money person. I think my mother and my wife will probably tell you that. I really, if I make it, I would really want to use it well. But as long as I keep the family secure. But I'm not, truly I don't do that. I have an estimate that maybe I don't want to share with you. Maybe an estimate I have in my head, but honest truth, even if I have that correctly, I don't think I want to tell you. يعني مثلا إذا أنتم تأخرتوا 6 شهور
The world's tallest tower is being built alongside the largest shopping mall. Its height is a secret until completion in 2008.
The Burj is about nothing about the past. It's about we have arrived. We're here.
You got to take almost all these buildings and put them on top of one another to equal the Burj. I reckon this is probably the busiest construction site in the world. By the end of the year, there'll be over 100 cranes up on site, 20, 30,000 workers busy working away on all of our various projects. So this gives you a great perspective of the overall development. Dubai, the city itself, in the location that we're sitting at. Directly down in front of us, you can see the Burj Dubai Tower starting to rise out of the ground.
It's rumoured that the Burj Dubai will rise to over 900 metres, almost twice the height of the existing tallest building in the world. Like all development in Dubai, it's had the backing of Sheikh Mohammed.
It was scary actually to say, oh, we'll do the tallest building in the world. Come on, it's not a joke, huh? It's a serious game. But if I had a boss that would say, okay, maybe we think about it, Mohammed, you know, he has no buts, this guy. Let's discuss it. If we say go, then let's go. And really, we have fearless, we have no fear.
Mohammed is in London to build confidence in Dubai.
Oh, this is it. It's done already. Oh, I didn't know that. Ooh, but I like it to be in the front. I need to fight front, you know. People only remember number one. I like that, the address.
Let's see.
You got it?
Very good.
And that is Vogue, and that's how it's done in style. It doesn't say we're selling apartments, it doesn't say, we're saying it's lifestyle, and it's number one. So are you there? If you're not there, you better be there. When I was younger.
When we were all young.
He needs Dubai to be seen as safe, despite its location just an hour's flight from Baghdad.
We have never, ever been involved in any political issues in the region. I always give the example that without our region, unfortunately, in the Middle East, networks like CNN and BBC and Al Jazeera will probably go bust because nobody gives bad news except the Middle East. So while the Middle East is going through so much of negativity, we still have a city that was able to make it against all odds. The Western world is so advanced. Asia have moved so fast, while the Middle East is still behind. So for you to catch up, you cannot just live on a normal speed of growth. You really have to be almost supercharged speed for you to keep up and for you to be able to participate in the economic growth that's going on in the world. I thank you so much. Robert, I'm looking at your Vogue first ad coming in Vogue for Burj Dubai. Looks quite nice. It's almost like in the middle of the magazine. I think we should push with Vogue people to say, can we come to the front a little bit?
In Dubai, another meeting, another proposal to consider.
Is that we can bring some of the sort of the signature architects over here, Ken Shuttleworth, Richard Rogers, Norman Foster. Ken's got a fantastic building called the Vortex that's never been built, and we'd love to bring that.
We'd love to do a joint venture with EMA on that one. I think that would be a real signature statement.
We are two strong brands. We know the business well. You know, I'm seriously looking at Europe. I mean, if you guys want us to think of even doing things in the States, we should really open to it.
We really want to do some stuff. We want to do it quickly and at the very best.
Nick's already sold, by the way, one apartment in Bowater House, 20,000 square feet.
For £50 million.
20,000 square feet?
It's the most expensive apartment ever to be sold in the world.
£50 million?
Yeah, 100 million US.
And somebody lives there?
Not built yet, but...
Well, it's 4 years away. It's 4 years away, so...
Amazing.
But since we bought it, Well, Christian Vortex, Candy and Candy have been approached by over 20 people, all saying, can we reserve apartments?
But incredible people.
It's a bit like the Burj
A-list
Dubai, when you've got
celebrities,
something special.
Global celebrities ringing us up saying they want the best.
We never exist again. The way I look at trophy assets is it's like if you buy paintings like Renoirs, Matisse, Picasso's, there might be a glitch in the market, it might go down a little bit. Ultimately, they only go one way, and that's up.
And on Tuesday, Nick, you tell them about Tuesday?
We're doing a launch evening where we've got Marco Pierre White, one of the best chefs in the world, doing all the canopies and champagne, and I've got 120 people. I've got 35 billionaires.
What night?
It's Tuesday. Can you come on for Tuesday?
Tuesday night. Later in the week. But it's interesting.
And you're going to sell it fully finished, right? Right down to...
This is our first elementary school. Oh, it says there, Ahmadiyya School. Established 1912. Assalamu alaikum. I think majority of the people in the city, they went mainly to this elementary school. You remember that fear that I spoke to you about? It started from here. The fear of the master. I will tell the mullah in the mosque. So, which was not wrong, but I think maybe at least built fear in me. Maybe other people haven't happened to them. Are you going to look back and say, you know what? I'm motivated by my background. It's time for me to run and go and achieve. It's out wide open. Or you can say, oh, this is my background, and then let my background and history drive me down. I feel sorry for myself. I want people to come and have mercy on me. I refuse that. I'm standing up, I'm running, and I'm getting a lot of people to run with me. And it's so much fun. I think it's so much fun. I wish I could go to bed early. I think it will help me a lot,
Hello, I just wanted to confirm to you this evening, 10 p.m. at Hagawati. Okay, I've spoken with...
Mohammed is in the final stages of a $1 billion deal with Giorgio Armani. They plan to build 10 hotels. Will be in the Burj Dubai, but the contract is still not signed.
But for us to do a hotel, we have to share. And share this risk.
Okay, that's very clear. Just
And in the letter, he said, this deal, I believe it's unfair. And Mr. Armani, please take a look at the contract. You can terminate us for God knows how many reasons. We can never do anything to you.
no.
I think you should put that in.
That's one
politely.
We have raised that though, and it's one of the
But in
points
Italian,
that you
to
did
him.
accept.
To him.
Quite, but we raised it previously, and it's one of the points you did accept.
I think you send them a letter, and in the letter, you say, Mr. Armani, we are building 1 floor a week. If we cannot finish this thing within 1 week, please, we'll have to leave, we'll have to part.
Well, that's very clear.
That's it?
Yeah, great.
You are going to receive a letter. Don't screw around with us. Speak to Mr. Armani and stop the politics. Tell him, Mom says, stop the politics.
You want me to tell him this?
Tell him, stop the politics. 1 week, he said, 1 week, you take it, you leave it, we're going.
A phone call.
Tell him, how late are we on the project? How late? He said, tell him, if you send me a legal letter, you want me to send you a legal letter for damages?
Signature.
Okay, my dear. I'll talk to you before.
Okay.
Okay. Armani pushing us around.
Two months later, the deal was done. But another deal is proving more troublesome.
أنا محمد. نحن جايينكم.
He's recently returned from a business trip to Israel.
Okay, حبيبنا. مع السلامة.
When the Israelis withdraw from Gaza, he wants to renovate their houses for the Palestinians. Now he's being forced to defend his dealings with the Israelis in the press and on television. An interview which will be closely watched by Sheikh Mohammed.
I'm concentrating on finding ways to help the Palestinians, and then for you to get into the territory, you have to deal with the Israelis to give you a permission. Why not deal with them? I'm not going to go and build a diplomatic relationship with them. I'm just going for a permission. Otherwise, how can I help my brother? The Arabic media was putting so much pressure on me. But many people call on me and I said, I'm stable like a mountain. Of course, deep inside you're a human being. Huh? Deep inside you're affected with what's going on. I'm really keen to see what people think of my TV interview tonight. Because I really spoke from the heart.
ممكن يصير انا بروح المنطقه زي هذه ممكن اتصور ممكن اقعد مع احد ممكن بالصدفه محمد انت تتكلم منطقه فلذلك انا ما عندي تفضل ولا حتلتفت طول عمرك اني اروح اساعد انسان واذا الاخوان اللي يكتبون في الجرائد عندهم وقت فاضيين يكتبون انا اقول هم يوفرون هذا الوقت ويجتمعون ويروحون هناك ويشوفون احوال الناس الموجوده على الارض ما لها اشخاص يملكونها هذا
What's the tone of it? Is it good humoured or aggressive?
You look at it, doesn't look good humored.
دول الخليج
جميل يا
مفيدة. الأكيد أن معالجة الإعلام العربي الفلسطيني أيضا لجبران هذه يقول 1000 بيت زجاجي زراعي و2000 منزل وعدة مباني خدمية.
الحمد لله. لازم نعطي كريدت لأبو سعيد عاد.
What did Sheikh Mohammed think of your interview?
He thought I did a good job. And I think that's, for me, I know I'm doing the right thing, but my boss is very important to me. To make sure that I'm counted as one of his men, and I should look right, and I should look strong, and focus on the purpose. So he's quite happy. He thought I was doing a good job. So that means a lot to me. Because he's the man who, the good thing about this man is that when it's tough, he's the only one who stands. No one dares the way he stands. Anybody want to ride with me? Want to ride? You need the ride? I drive quite aggressive cars, by the way. This is a V12. I don't know, what is it, 6.0 or I don't know, one of these big engines. I don't know if it's a reflection of my personality or I just like to step on a machine that can give me a lot of power.
Why do you not like a driver? Like to
Me?
ride? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a normal guy. I feel like if you put a driver in, like you're a royalty. I'm not a royalty. And I like control. I like to control how fast I'm going. It's so funny that everybody almost, they know the systems that by 7:30 in the evening, almost the second shift starts. So everybody goes home after work and shower and, look at the kids and check that everybody's okay, and then to run again till 12, midnight or 11.
Did the children feed there?
Well, my youngest is not very happy with me. So she said that, what happened to that holiday you promised? I said, well, I promised, but can we kind of renegotiate? Instead of having the so-called 10 days off one go, can we do like 2 days now, 2 days later, 2 days there? So at least, I don't break my promise. And I break a lot of promises with the kids.
We'll forgive you.
Oh, I have no doubt. But the only thing is that I can't forgive myself because they're growing too fast. But there's a price for everything. I think we'll see a lot of kids tonight. Are you brave enough? Are you brave enough? And why I'm asking if you're brave enough. Leadership, a heart that's made out of steel. And you need to move on. And you need to be a bit, I'm promoting aggressiveness, and I'll tell you why. We live in a culture, in this region, where we have been raised that we fear. We fear the police.
we fear the sheikh. We fear the principal in high school. We fear our parents. But it's a culture that at the end of the day, it has an effect on our ability to be creative. That's why I bet you in the Arab world, you will never find in many times staff that are challenging their bosses. Our relationship with Sheikh Mohammed, majority of the people, yes, Sheikh Mohammed, you're absolutely right. Please, Sheikh Mohammed wants somebody to give him an honest view. So, because of that, I'm saying, please, you must be brave. Brave means being creative. And if we're not brave, and if we're not creative, we'll not succeed, we'll not be leaders, we're not going to be able to create teams around us and move this society forward. Thank you so much. This is a very fabulous passage of Quran. It says, إِنْ يَنْصُرْكُمُ اللَّهُ فَلَا غَالِبَ لَكُمْ. It means, if God help you with victory, no human can overtake you. And I'm a believer in this, you know why? Because I think through my life, so many people have helped me. But I think there are moments, I swear to you, where God, it's now time for me to pick you up, son. I want my competition to read this. I want my competition to know that God is on my side. So don't come close. I'm really so proud that Dubai is the model. We're here. And I think the great thing is that our kids are going to have that feeling. The general change just in the city and its landscape and the streets. Sometimes you feel proud that, change to the better. Sometimes you say, I'm flawed. Where's humanity? Because I feel that, remember, something close to the human heart. But the streets have changed, the lampposts have changed, the buildings have changed. Is this my place? But at the same time, you can say, wow, this is my place. It's world class. I belong to the world.
Next time, one woman's mission to save Dubai's child jockeys.
Does Mama want her baby to be up there? Please put him in school. He deserves a future. He deserves a good life. If I just told him I'll never abandon you, he would believe it, and he knows it's true.
Fearless. There's fearless humanity in that woman.